Good afternoon. I just wanted to say a little bit, try to offer a little more of encouragement during this time. As we continue through this time that we're in, we might find it easy to sink into despair. You might also ask, how am I going to make it through this? Or how am I going to stay healthy? Or how am I going to survive? Well, actually, you're not going to. But I'm going to give you some help on how we can. One of many people's favorite individuals in the Bible, David, found himself in trouble many times and wondering how he was going to make it. And in Psalms 55, verse 1 through 5, he is talking to God a little bit about his dilemma. And it says, "Give ear to my prayer, O God. Hide not thyself from my supplication. Attend unto me and hear me. I mourn in my complaint and make noise. Because of the voice of the enemy, because of the oppression of the wicked. For they cast iniquity upon me, and in wrath they hate me. My heart is sore pained within me, and the terrors of death are fallen upon me. Fearfulness and trembling are come upon me, and horror hath overwhelmed me." So even David, as strong as he was and as mighty of a man of God as he was, found himself at times down in the dumps, fearful, afraid, not knowing how he was going to make it through or how he was going to survive. And in those times, David always went back to God and prayed to God, asking him for his guidance and his help. And so he, even as mighty of a warrior as David was and a king, he still realized that he needed God's help and that he needed God to look out for him and to help him, even when he stumbled in his deep moments of fear and his deep moments of being scared over things that were going on around about him. And then we could go on down to verse 16 through 18, and it says, "As for me, I will call upon God, and the Lord shall save me. Evening and morning at noon will I pray, and cry aloud, and he shall hear my voice. He hath delivered my soul in peace from the battle that was against me, for there were many with me." So David, in his time, his weakest moments in his time of fear, he realized it was important to call on God, and he called on God, as he said, in the evening, and in the morning again, and then in the afternoon. And he allowed Jesus to comfort him, Jesus to lead him and guide him. And so he was relying on Jesus, just as we need to be doing in this time, relying on Jesus to see us through. And in verse 22, he stated, "Cast thy burden upon the Lord, and he shall sustain thee, and shall never suffer the righteous to be moved." So early in the little message here, when I asked, we have a hard time realizing how we are going to survive, and I said, well, we're not going to. We are going to allow Jesus and the Lord to help us survive, to help us make it through. It's very important during these times that we don't allow fear to run away with us, but that we understand the importance of our prayer time with God. I encourage each one of you to spend time in prayer during this time. We have basically all the time in the world to do this as we're in our homes trying to stay safe. Give some time over to God for prayer and for study of your Bible and for understanding and allowing him to set aside and calm your fears and to allow him to see you through. He will see you through. Many things have come up against us throughout our lifetimes. And as those things have passed, again, I'm going to say, so will this. So I just encourage you all to have a great week. Spend some time studying your Bible and praying and having some communion with God, and he'll see you through this. Nothing to worry about. Have a great week, and I'll talk to you next week.